What if I told you that something as simple as what you eat before bed could actually help repair your brain and boost your memory while you sleep? Sounds almost too good to be true, right? But tonight, I want you to pay close attention, because the foods you choose in those last few hours of your day can either support your brain or slowly weaken it over time. Most people focus on workouts, supplements, and morning routines, but they completely ignore one of the most powerful recovery windows your body has: sleep. And here's the secret: your brain doesn't just rest while you sleep. It rebuilds, repairs, and strengthens connections that directly impact your memory, focus, and even your mood. Now imagine giving your brain the exact nutrients it needs right before this process begins. That's exactly what we're talking about today. I'm going to share 3 simple fruits you can eat before bed that may help support brain cell repair, improve memory, and leave you feeling sharper the next day. And the best part? These are natural, affordable, and easy to add into your routine starting tonight. So stick with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes could change the way you think, literally. Eating brain-boosting fruits before sleep is a simple yet powerful habit that can quietly transform how your mind functions over time, especially when it becomes part of your nightly routine. Most people don't realize that the hours before bed are not just about winding down, but also about preparing the body and brain for one of the most important biological processes: overnight repair and regeneration. During sleep, your brain becomes highly active in a different way than during the day. It clears out toxins, strengthens neural connections, and processes memories. The nutrients you provide just before this process begins can influence how effectively your brain performs these tasks, and that's where certain fruits can make a meaningful difference. Fruits that are rich in antioxidants, natural sugars, vitamins, and specific compounds can help fuel your brain in a gentle, natural way without overloading your digestive system. Unlike heavy meals or processed snacks, fruits are light, easy to digest, and often contain compounds that support the production of neurotransmitters, reduce inflammation, and protect brain cells from damage. This becomes especially important in a world where stress, lack of sleep, and poor diet are constantly putting pressure on cognitive function. By choosing the right fruits at night, you are essentially giving your brain the tools it needs to repair itself more efficiently while you sleep. One important factor to understand is oxidative stress, which is a major contributor to brain aging and memory decline. Throughout the day, your brain is exposed to various stressors, including environmental toxins, mental strain, and even poor dietary choices. These factors can lead to the buildup of free radicals, which damage brain cells over time. Many fruits are naturally high in antioxidants, which help neutralize these harmful molecules. When consumed before bed, these antioxidants can work overnight, supporting the brain's natural repair systems and reducing long-term damage. Another key aspect is the role of natural sugars found in fruits. Unlike refined sugars, the natural sugars in fruits are combined with fiber, which slows down their absorption and provides a steady source of energy. This is important for the brain because it relies heavily on glucose as its primary fuel source. During sleep, your brain still requires energy to carry out its maintenance functions, and having a stable supply of glucose can support processes like memory consolidation and cellular repair. Eating fruit before bed can help maintain this balance without causing spikes and crashes that might disrupt your sleep. Certain fruits also contain compounds that support the production of serotonin and melatonin, 2 chemicals that play a crucial role in sleep quality and mood regulation. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter that contributes to feelings of well-being and relaxation, while melatonin helps regulate your sleep-wake cycle. By consuming fruits that naturally support these pathways, you may find it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep, which in turn enhances the brain's ability to repair and strengthen itself. Better sleep quality directly translates to better memory, sharper focus, and improved mental clarity during the day. Hydration is another often overlooked benefit of eating fruit at night. Many fruits have a high water content, which helps keep your body and brain hydrated. Even mild dehydration can affect cognitive performance, mood, and concentration. By including hydrating fruits in your evening routine, you support optimal brain function not just during sleep, but also when you wake up. This subtle effect can accumulate over time, leading to noticeable improvements in how you think and feel. There is also a psychological benefit to this habit. Creating a consistent nighttime routine that includes healthy choices can signal to your brain that it's time to relax and prepare for rest. This can reduce stress and anxiety, which are known to interfere with both sleep quality and cognitive health. When you replace late-night junk food with nourishing fruits, you are not only improving your physical health, but also reinforcing a mindset of self-care and discipline. This mental shift can have a ripple effect on other areas of your life, encouraging better habits overall. It's important to note that timing and portion size matter. Eating a small serving of fruit about 30 to 60 minutes before bed allows your body to begin digestion without feeling heavy or uncomfortable. Overeating, even healthy foods, can disrupt sleep, so moderation is key. The goal is to provide your brain with just enough nutrients to support its nighttime processes without overloading your system. Consistency is where the real impact happens. One night of eating fruit before bed won't dramatically change your memory or brain health, but making it a regular habit can lead to gradual and lasting improvements. Over weeks and months, you may notice better focus, improved recall, and a greater sense of mental clarity. These changes might be subtle at first, but they build on each other, creating a stronger and more resilient brain. This habit is also accessible and affordable, making it an easy addition to almost anyone's lifestyle. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines to support your brain health. Sometimes the most effective strategies are the simplest ones, and eating the right fruits before bed is a perfect example of that. It fits naturally into your daily life and doesn't require significant effort, yet it can deliver meaningful benefits over time. By understanding the connection between nutrition, sleep, and brain function, you can make more informed choices that support your long-term health. The idea is not to rely on a single habit as a miracle solution, but to see it as part of a larger approach to taking care of your mind and body. When combined with good sleep hygiene, regular physical activity, and a balanced diet, this small change can become a powerful tool in maintaining and improving cognitive performance. Supporting overnight brain cell repair is one of the most important yet overlooked aspects of maintaining long-term cognitive health, and it all begins with understanding what actually happens inside your brain while you sleep. Many people think of sleep as a passive state where the body simply shuts down to rest, but in reality, your brain becomes incredibly active during this time, carrying out complex processes that are essential for memory, learning, and overall mental performance. This is when your brain cleans itself, rebuilds damaged cells, strengthens neural pathways, and prepares you for the challenges of the next day. The quality of this repair process can determine how sharp, focused, and mentally clear you feel, and it is heavily influenced by the environment and nutrients you provide before going to bed. Throughout the day, your brain is constantly working, processing information, managing emotions, and responding to external stimuli. This continuous activity leads to the accumulation of metabolic waste and stress within brain cells. If this waste is not properly cleared, it can interfere with communication between neurons and contribute to cognitive decline over time. During deep sleep, a system known as the glymphatic system becomes highly active, flushing out toxins and harmful proteins that build up during waking hours. Supporting this natural cleansing process is crucial, and it depends on both the quality of your sleep and the availability of the right nutrients. Nutrition plays a key role in how effectively your brain repairs itself overnight. The cells in your brain require a steady supply of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants to repair damage and maintain their structure. Without these nutrients, the repair process can become less efficient, leaving cells vulnerable to further damage. This is why what you consume in the evening can have a direct impact on your brain's ability to recover. Providing your body with nutrient-dense, easily digestible foods before bed can support these processes without placing extra strain on your system. One of the most critical factors in brain cell repair is the reduction of inflammation. Chronic inflammation in the brain can damage neurons and disrupt communication between them, leading to issues with memory and concentration. Certain nutrients help reduce this inflammation, allowing the brain to heal more effectively during sleep. When you consistently include foods that support anti-inflammatory pathways, you create an environment where brain cells can recover more efficiently and maintain their function over time. Another essential component of overnight brain repair is the strengthening of neural connections. Every experience, thought, and piece of information you encounter during the day is processed and stored in your brain through a network of neurons. During sleep, especially in deeper stages, your brain reorganizes and strengthens these connections, a process known as synaptic plasticity. This is what allows you to learn new skills, retain information, and improve cognitive performance. If your brain does not receive the proper support, this process can be weakened, making it harder to focus, remember, and think clearly. Energy availability is also a crucial element in this process. Even though your body is at rest, your brain continues to consume energy to carry out its repair and maintenance functions. Providing a stable source of energy before sleep ensures that these processes can occur without interruption. However, this energy needs to come from the right sources. Heavy processed foods can disrupt sleep and reduce the efficiency of brain repair, while lighter, nutrient-rich options can provide the necessary fuel without negative side effects. Hormonal balance plays a significant role in overnight brain repair as well. Sleep is closely linked to the regulation of hormones that influence growth, stress, and recovery. For example, growth hormone, which is released during deep sleep, contributes to tissue repair and regeneration, including in the brain. At the same time, stress hormones like cortisol need to be kept in check, as elevated levels can interfere with sleep quality and hinder the repair process. Supporting your body with the right nutrients can help maintain this balance, creating optimal conditions for brain recovery. Oxygen flow and circulation are additional factors that impact how effectively your brain repairs itself. Proper blood flow ensures that oxygen and nutrients reach brain cells, allowing them to function and recover efficiently. While this is influenced by overall health and lifestyle, certain dietary choices can support better circulation and oxygen delivery. When your brain receives adequate oxygen, it can carry out its maintenance processes more effectively, leading to improved cognitive performance over time. Consistency in sleep patterns is just as important as what you consume. Going to bed at the same time each night and allowing your body to follow a natural rhythm enhances the efficiency of brain repair processes. Irregular sleep patterns can disrupt the timing of these processes, reducing their effectiveness and leading to long-term cognitive issues. When you combine consistent sleep habits with supportive nutrition, you create a powerful foundation for brain health. Stress management also plays a critical role in supporting overnight brain cell repair. High levels of stress can interfere with sleep quality and increase inflammation, both of which negatively affect the brain's ability to recover. Creating a calming nighttime routine, along with making mindful dietary choices, can help reduce stress and prepare your body for deep, restorative sleep. This allows your brain to fully engage in its repair processes without unnecessary interruptions. Another important aspect is the protection of brain cells from future damage. Repair is not just about fixing what has already been harmed, but also about strengthening cells to withstand future stress. Nutrients that support cell membrane integrity, reduce oxidative damage, and enhance communication between neurons contribute to this protective effect. Over time, this can lead to a more resilient brain that is better equipped to handle the demands of daily life. The impact of supporting overnight brain cell repair becomes more noticeable as it accumulates. Improved memory, better focus, enhanced problem-solving abilities, and a more stable mood are all signs that your brain is functioning at a higher level. These benefits are not immediate, but they develop gradually as your brain consistently receives the support it needs to repair and strengthen itself. This makes it essential to approach this habit with patience and commitment. Understanding that long-term consistency is what leads to meaningful results. In a world where cognitive demands are constantly increasing, taking care of your brain is more important than ever. Small, intentional actions taken before bed can have a significant impact on how your brain performs, both now and in the future. By focusing on supporting overnight brain cell repair, you are investing in your ability to think clearly, remember effectively, and maintain mental sharpness as you age. Improving memory and next-day focus is not something that depends only on how much you study, how hard you work, or even how disciplined your daily routine is, because a huge part of cognitive performance is actually determined by what happens while you sleep and how well your brain is supported during that recovery window. Most people wake up expecting their mind to be clear, sharp, and ready to perform, but they don't realize that memory and focus are the result of biological processes that begin long before they open their eyes in the morning. The brain is constantly organizing, filtering, and storing information, and the quality of these processes is deeply influenced by how well it was prepared the night before. Memory itself is not a single function, but a combination of encoding, storage, and retrieval processes that all depend on healthy neural communication. During the day, your brain encodes information from your environment, conversations, experiences, and learning activities. However, this information is not permanently stored in real time. Instead, it is temporarily held and then processed more deeply during sleep. This is when your brain decides what is important, what should be retained, and what should be discarded. If this process is disrupted or poorly supported, the result is often forgetfulness, mental fog, and difficulty concentrating the next day. One of the most important stages for memory improvement occurs during deep sleep and REM sleep. In deep sleep, the brain strengthens important neural connections, essentially reinforcing the pathways that were used during the day. This is what helps convert short-term memories into long-term storage. In REM sleep, the brain becomes even more active in reorganizing information, linking ideas together, and improving creative thinking. If your sleep quality is poor, these processes become less efficient, and the brain struggles to properly consolidate information, which directly affects how clearly you think and how well you remember things the next day. Focus, on the other hand, is closely tied to how well-rested and chemically balanced your brain is when you wake up. Neurotransmitters such as dopamine, acetylcholine, and serotonin play a major role in attention, motivation, and mental clarity. These chemicals are regulated during sleep, and their balance can be influenced by what you consume before bedtime. When your brain receives the right support during the night, it wakes up in a more stable and optimized state, allowing you to concentrate more easily and stay mentally engaged for longer periods. Another key factor in next-day focus is mental fatigue. Throughout the day, your brain is constantly working, making decisions, solving problems, and reacting to stimuli. This leads to cognitive fatigue, which reduces your ability to concentrate effectively. Sleep acts as a reset mechanism, clearing out mental clutter and restoring cognitive energy. However, if your sleep is shallow or interrupted, this reset process is incomplete, and you wake up still carrying the burden of yesterday's mental load. This is why, even after a full night in bed, many people still feel tired or unfocused. Blood sugar stability also plays an indirect but important role in memory and focus. The brain relies on a steady supply of glucose to function properly, but fluctuations in blood sugar levels can lead to energy crashes, irritability, and difficulty concentrating. When your body is supported with the right type of nutrition before sleep, it can maintain more stable energy levels throughout the night and into the morning. This stability helps your brain function more efficiently, reducing the likelihood of midday crashes or mental fog. Hydration status is another often overlooked factor that affects cognitive performance. Even mild dehydration can impair attention, short-term memory, and reaction time. During sleep, your body continues to lose fluids, and if you are not properly hydrated, you may wake up slightly dehydrated without realizing it. This can negatively impact how quickly your brain processes information and how sharp your thinking feels in the morning. Supporting hydration through natural water-rich foods in the evening can help reduce this effect and contribute to clearer thinking upon waking. Stress levels also have a direct impact on both memory and focus. When stress hormones remain elevated during the night, they interfere with sleep quality and disrupt the brain's ability to properly organize and store information. High stress can also reduce the efficiency of the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for decision-making, attention control, and working memory. When the brain is under constant stress, even simple tasks can feel mentally exhausting the next day. Creating conditions that support relaxation before sleep allows the brain to shift into a recovery mode where these systems can function more effectively. Inflammation in the brain is another silent factor that can reduce cognitive performance over time. Chronic inflammation affects the communication between neurons and can slow down processing speed, making it harder to think clearly or remember details. When the body is in a more balanced and nourished state during sleep, inflammatory processes can be reduced, allowing the brain to function more smoothly. Over time, this can lead to noticeable improvements in mental clarity and responsiveness. The quality of sleep cycles also determines how effectively memory and focus are restored. If sleep is frequently interrupted or shortened, the brain may not complete full cycles of deep and REM sleep, which are essential for cognitive recovery. This can lead to fragmented thinking, reduced attention span, and slower mental processing. On the other hand, uninterrupted sleep allows the brain to complete its full cycle of restoration, resulting in sharper thinking and better information retention the next day. Small habits before bedtime can significantly influence these outcomes. The brain responds to patterns and routines, and when it recognizes a consistent pre-sleep environment, it begins to prepare itself for recovery more efficiently. This can include calming activities, reducing exposure to overstimulation, and providing the body with supportive nutrients that promote relaxation and repair. Over time, these habits condition the brain to enter deeper and more restorative sleep states, which directly enhance memory and focus. The long-term effects of consistently supporting memory and focus through proper nighttime habits become more noticeable with time. Instead of struggling to recall information or feeling mentally drained throughout the day, the brain begins to operate with greater efficiency. Thoughts feel clearer, learning becomes easier, and the ability to concentrate improves naturally without forcing it. These changes are not immediate, but they build gradually as the brain becomes more optimized through consistent recovery support. And now you know, sometimes the smallest habits create the biggest results. Adding the right fruits before bed might seem like a tiny change, but over time, it can support your brain, improve your memory, and help you wake up feeling more focused and energized. The key is consistency. Don't expect magic overnight, but trust the process and give your body what it truly needs to perform at its best. If you found this helpful, make sure you start applying it tonight and see how your body responds. And if you want more simple, powerful health tips like this, make sure you stay connected with the channel because we're just getting started on helping you become your healthiest, sharpest version. Take care of your body, protect your mind, and I'll see you in the next video.